We are here, Jay, at SoFi Stadium, where Thursday night the NFL season will kick off. Finally,
yes.
The NFL
more
season.
Tennis.
Yes.
Well, U.S. Open still.
Right. Sure, but whatever. We're here. Nothing else matters. The NFL season will finally kick off here at SoFi Stadium, where the Bills play at the Rams on NBC and Peacock. Football Night in America kicks everything off, and so. You are the co-host of the Bet the Edge podcast. I just learned 5 minutes ago. Be honest with you, I didn't know. And so we thought we'd take a look at the Rams and Bills from a betting perspective here. Bills win total is 11.5. You taking the over at minus 140 or the under at plus 120?
I would lean the under if I had to choose one. The Bills,
Really?
They have the highest win total of any team. It's not even particularly close either. And they've been anointed as the team.
Sure.
You don't usually see teams that have this much of a gap to the rest of the competition. The shortest Super Bowl favorite in recent memory was the Patriots back in 2017, the year they got Brandon Cooks, and it was Cooks and Amendola and Pete Gronkowski, and they were plus 275 to win the Super Bowl. The Bills this year are plus 600. And they're the favorite. And I think rightfully so, because they have the best team on paper. And the reason that I would separate them from the Chiefs, the Chargers, is that they just have the easiest division. And that's why they're minus 225 to win the division. And the second favorite is the Dolphins, whereas the Chiefs and Chargers have to deal with each other. So, I mean, do you agree that the Bills...
you're taking them at plus 600. You like them.
I wouldn't take them at plus 600 at the price, but I agree they should have the shortest odds just because they have such a good chance of winning the division, and they are the clear class of the AFC. But, yeah, I don't think that there's so much distance between them and the rest of the pack. Do you think they're clearly the best team?
In the NFL, what makes me pause there is clearly, the word clearly. Do I think they're the best team? Yes. Do I think they're clearly the best team? No. I mean, I think if the Packers get anything out of their pass catchers, I think the Packers have a conversation. I think the Chargers are in the mix. I think the Chiefs are in the mix. I think let's see, but I don't think the Buccaneers are out of that conversation. So no, I mean, on paper, do they have the best team? Yes. Are they clearly the best team? No, I'm not ready to say that as well. I'm surprised though you would take the under on the wins.
I would.
At 11.5.
I would worry. They had a really easy schedule last year, and they still didn't get the 1 seed. This year, they've got the 11th hardest schedule in the league, and they have weaknesses. The offensive line isn't amazing. They've never been able to run the ball in the Josh Allen era, really. And then their cornerback situation as well, with Tre'Davious White being on the PUP list. Going to rely heavily on Kaiir Elam, who should be good, but I mean, he's going to be covering Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson in his first start. So, yeah, I would have a few reservations about the Bills, but I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just 12-5 is a lot of wins.
Fantasy-wise, we do expect them to put up a lot of points. I think Josh Allen is the clear QB1. Pretty much everyone in the industry has him as that. Stephon Diggs is a top 5 wide receiver. I don't think anyone counts that. I'm big on Gabriel Davis. I am not alone in that. A lot of people like Gabriel Davis to have a big breakout year. It's one of those annoying things. I've been on Gabe Davis now for like a year and a half. And make no mistake, I get a lot of stuff wrong too. It's not but I'm just, I always felt like Gabe Davis was one of my guys. He was my guy.
He was in your stable.
And now, right. I've had him on, go back and look, a year and a half ago, talking about this guy, how I have him on every dynasty team, had him as a rookie. I have him on every dynasty team but one. But yeah, now everyone's sort of on board with Gabriel Davis, but I'm still a believer in him. And we talked about this in a previous show, but I love the futures bet of most touchdown catches this season for Gabriel Davis, where the odds were, what was it?
I mean, it was north of 30 to 1. You're getting
exactly.
a big price for a team as well that's going to have a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, and I do think Devin Singletary could have a good year here as well. They have James Cook. They have Zach Moss, but Cook's a rookie, more of a third down back. Zach Moss was a healthy scratch at multiple times last year. I like Devin Singletary, who's going way late in drafts. Let's move over to the Rams here. Their win total is 10.5. You taking the over or the under? Both are at minus 110.
Yeah, I would probably lean slightly to the over. I just think that last year Stafford went through this 3-week phase last year where he was just throwing to opponents for fun and he just couldn't get right. I think that he will have less interceptions. Matthew Stafford led the league in interceptions last year. I think that will come down. I think now Allen Robinson is a much better number 2 than anyone they had last year. He's better than Robert Woods. He's better than Odell Beckham. And just having that to take some pressure off of Kupp. Matthew Stafford was throwing touchdowns to Cooper Kupp in triple coverage. coverage, and they were just connecting because they're that good. I think it's going to be a more spaced offense. Worry a little bit about the offensive line, losing Whitworth. Also, maybe some questions on the defense without Von Miller, but I think this is just a rock-solid team, and Sean McVay is now the closest thing to the Bill Belichick Patriots. This team just wins games every year. So I would lean slightly over. They're going to have a stiff test from the Niners. Not the easiest run either. I mean, playing the Bills week one, they're underdogs to the Bills in week one. But
at home.
Yeah, I just think it's an 11-6 team that is rightfully favorite for the NFC West.
Yeah, I like that call as well. Fantasy-wise, if we just go there to talk about what we expect here, Cooper Kupp's the number one wide receiver. I do think Stafford and Robinson are both going undervalued a little bit in drafts. The elbow concerns about Stafford sort of dropped his stock, his ADP. And while it's something they're going to, quote, monitor, they haven't signed anyone. They haven't done any moves that make you think that they're really worried about it. I mean, they're going all in with Matthew Stafford here. Allen Robinson, I've been all in on him all preseason. He's finally, his ADP starting to creep up. I still don't think it's where it should be, as I have him as a top 15 fantasy wide receiver this year. I'm nervous about the running backs, though. I see Cam Akers going way too high. He was on my hate list. Again, I think this is a running back by committee. I think Darrell Henderson is going to be used more than people realize. I am concerned about the offensive line as well. And the weird one was when Sean McVay did not want to play Kieran Williams.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
In the third preseason game, and you're like, a day 3 draft pick, you're not playing in the third preseason game, and it's because he said we think he's going to have a significant role this year. I don't know that he's going to have a role that, is fantasy relevant, but if he's going to get enough touches that they're worried about losing him to injury in a preseason game, if Cam Akers is getting only half these touches, then I think he absolutely does not return the top 17 running back value of where he's being drafted. Like, I am out on Akers this year.
No, I would be as well. He's got a long way to come back. Again, the Achilles, that's the worst injury that you can have, basically, and he didn't show anything in the playoffs. Obviously, he's had more time now, but a lot of questions about Cam Akers in the running game. A market that Cam Akers is probably not going to feature in is the NFL MVP winner market. Now, it's going to be 2 guys playing tomorrow night who are pretty high up on the odds board, including the number 1 guy, Josh Allen, at plus 700. And then you look a little bit further down, Matthew Stafford, plus 1,500, with 6 guys in between them. This is a quarterback award now. What do you like between Allen and Stafford at the prices?
I still, if I had to take the 2, I think Josh Allen's a better bet, because if the Bills win, Josh Allen's going to get the award. If the Rams win, maybe it's Stafford, maybe it's Kupp, maybe it's Jalen Ramsey. I don't know. On that list, I'd prefer Mahomes, I'd prefer Brady, I'd prefer Herbert, I'd prefer Lamar Jackson. I think all those guys have better odds. I think all those guys have a better chance to win given the odds. I mean, if the Bucks win, it's going to be Brady. It's Tom Brady, right? Again, because people are sort of counting them out, right? I mean, same with if the Chiefs win without Tyreek Hill, it's going to be Mahomes.
More narrative.
If the Chargers it's a narrative award is what it is. And so if the Chargers take that next step, it's going to be Herbert. And we've talked about Lamar Jackson in his contract year.
Yep. I'm with you on Josh Allen over Stafford at the prices as well. And the thing to remember about MVP, this is a team award as much as an elite quarterback award, where 13 of the past 17 MVP winners have been on 1 seeds. So if you're looking at the Bills are plus 275 to get the 1 seed. I wouldn't touch that. Just back Josh Allen plus 700 to win MVP. You're getting a much better price. It's hugely correlated. If you're pricing an MVP market, just take the team's 1 seed odds and just multiply it by 2. And that's your starting point. So I think that Josh Allen is in play there. Now, another market, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, where the guy who won it, he plays out here, had a pretty good Super Bowl, Cooper Kupp, who was the 3rd favorite for OPOY. Now, this is a tough market for me, Matthew, because I was holding a 70-1 Jonathan Taylor OPOY ticket last year.
Yeah.
And Cooper Kupp, he took that ticket into his very, very reliable hands, and he just ripped it up in front of my eyes. He won the award. He was the deserving winner.
He spit into your heart.
He did. And then Josh Allen is plus 2,200. This has become more of an award for non-quarterbacks. the history of this award is that if there is a historic elite skill position player, it goes there. If there's not, it defaults to the most prolific quarterback. So of those, say those top 3 guys, Taylor, Kupp, Jefferson, who do you like the most?
I like Jefferson. I was looking at that list. Give me Justin Jefferson. I mean, we're going to, and this is a way to tease my bold prediction segment, but you heard in segment 1, I'm in on the Vikings this year. I think they have a big year, and I think Justin Jefferson, his talent, that scheme, good quarterback, he has a chance to have a truly magical year. So I think just in terms of the odds, I think it's unlikely that Cooper Kupp repeats. I agree with you. Like Devontae Adams, if he has a monster year in Las Vegas, I think he could be there, but feels like Justin Jefferson to me is where I'd place my money.
I think so. And the thing about this award too is that it goes to the player who is the identity of their offense. Cooper Kupp became the Rams offense because so much of Stafford's production just went to Kupp. Jefferson will be the Minnesota offense. He will get the credit over Kirk Cousins. Same thing with Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis. And so I think someone like Jamar Chase, he suffers because he's got Joe Burrow taking away credit from him. A lot of people like to look at the odds for quarterbacks in this award because quarterbacks do win this award 50% of the time. But the thing there to remember is that it generally goes to the most statistically prolific quarterback. Doesn't value winning as much. And the way to think about that is that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they would win MVPs. Drew Brees would win Offensive Player of the Year because he was getting the 5,000-yard seasons. So that's just something to think about is that guys like Herbert and Stafford, they have a shot at 5,000 yards.
Which I think is important, again, as you head into fantasy drafts this year, more importantly than ever. I think I am in on trying to get an elite quarterback, and we always talk about the quarterback upgrade and the importance of a good quarterback to have those record-setting seedings. That's what we think Justin Jefferson is going to have this year. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and RotoWorld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from RotoWorld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.